Welcome back to our final graduate game. Oh, I love this stream. Welcome back to our final graduate game at Utah Games Direct. We have a little special treat for you all today. We're going to have live gameplay here in 1 second. But this game is called No Strings Attached, and so we would like to first show you all a trailer. So I don't know if I am incredibly intrigued or spooked out of my mind. So hopefully that was the vibe that our dev team was going with. I again would like to introduce the team here, and this is something that's really special. For our very last presentation, we are going to have live gameplay footage of their game. So would you two like to introduce yourselves? Tell us what you're doing on No Strings Attached.
Yeah. So hi, my name is Ezra Botansky. I'm one of the producers here for the Circus Freaks. We're making No Strings Attached.
I'm Carly Henry. I am another producer and the narrative designer on No Strings Attached.
All right, so we've got some producers and some narrative designers. Let's
Yeah.
roll up that live gameplay footage, and I would love for you two to tell me about No Strings Attached.
All right, yeah. We're so excited to show you guys the game today. Our team has been working so hard on it for this past semester. So yeah, let's get this going.
So No Strings Attached is it's a puzzle platform thriller where you play as Pavo, the puppet. We see Pavo just hanging out. But you play as Pavo, the puppet, and marionette his arms as he kind of tries to escape from his master's struggling circus.
But
so
hey,
we can continue.
where's our manners, right? Pavo, say hi. There he is. He's ready to go. He's so excited. Yep.
Hello.
Hi, Pavo. All right, let's get started. So yeah, as Carly mentioned, we're playing as Pavo, and we're trying to escape this struggling circus that the puppet master has been trying his best to keep going over the years. We're going for kind of a spooky, atmospheric energy to the game. As you can see here, we've got Pavo, and he's platforming, and he's kind of learning his way around the world. The game's controls are pretty straightforward. One of our big design pillars was trying to get the game to be approachable for a lot of players, right? A lot of games that are coming out nowadays have really complex controls, so we want to kind of simplify it for the average player. Our goal for the game is to get players to experience the amazing world and atmosphere and narrative that Carly has been making and the rest of the team has been working so hard on.
Yeah, and if you see, the player pretty much controls both of Pavo's arms, marionettes them, can lift them up one at a time or at the same time. You kind of use this to climb, just kind of right and left bumper on the Xbox controller. You can play it with an Xbox controller or mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
So they're using the analog stick to walk around, and then when they need to lift the arms, right and left bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, and as you can see, the world's kind of scary for a small puppet like Pavo. You never know what's going to be around the corner, but thankfully we have the help of this friendly little light that's kind of showing him the way.
So this world building is awesome and creepy and by design. What helped, or like, how did you come up with the story and the setting, and why a puppet and why a decrepit circus?
So one thing that the team has really liked is like puppets and how like kind of being small in like a huge world. And it also helps with like camera perspectives because you can kind of trick the player or like really show off the smallness of the character. A lot of inspiration has been done from like Pinocchio. We have Pavo, who's kind of like Pinocchio, and we also have the blue light, which has been helping Pavo do kind of his actions, and the blue light is kind of like the blue fairy. But we're putting our own spin on it as we have this circus kind of atmosphere and just like a different like kind of ending.
Yeah. We were looking at movies like Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, kind of a twisted take on the classic fairy tale. So we wanted to create a world that was just brimming with all kinds of twisted creatures and characters and all that kind of fun stuff.
Out of just sheer curiosity, was the movie 9 on your inspiration list at all?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling vibes of that in the best way possible. Okay, so you have this world that this puppet's trying to escape. You have the mechanics, but you also mentioned at the very beginning that you want this to be something that is approachable. You want this to be something that people can just kind of not necessarily pick up and play like an arcade, but you want them to be able to experience it kind of. You want to meet them at kind of whatever their level is at. Have you, what steps have you taken to ensure that? Have you been doing playtests with different demographics? How have you been able to ensure that that design pillar can be met?
Yeah, that's actually exactly what we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of play tests with people of varying skill levels, right? So we've had people who are been playing games for years and years, and lots of people who are playing games for the first time, Because like I said before, our goal is to make sure the player can experience the world and the atmosphere of the game. We want to make sure our mechanics are supporting them, doing that. So a lot of play testing.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm being distracted by this, this little man running around the world.
Yeah, look at him go.
So something that I kind of have experience with in my own life is making games where you're a little person or a little thing set in a big world.
Yeah.
Have you found that that's been difficult? Have you found that it's proposed unique design opportunities as far as making something where it's the props and everything are much bigger than the character themselves?
I think so. As we just saw, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we saw like the puppet master leave the kind of circus as Pavo was kind of going over the balancing beam. But as for creating
is that a dead puppet on the ground?
maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
Man. Sorry, Carly.
But pretty much, I think one thing that we continue to polish and something that we learned is depth perception. Like we've been getting a lot of feedback from like telling when to kind of jump, when to kind of
Poor Pavo.
when to kind of run, and it's just something that we gotta work on and polish. As we just saw, we have like kind of some big puppety arms. The first one doesn't get you, but the second one does, and it's kind of like communicating that to the player.
Yeah, because sometimes in this big scary world, you got to move a little slower to make sure that those big scary things don't quite get you. Earlier when we were entering this area, you did see the Puppet Master, and a big shout out to our team who's been working really hard. That Puppet Master is actually mocapped, which is something you don't see a lot of in student games because it's hard. You have to get somebody in a suit and polish animations once they're done. But it's something that I think is pretty cool about the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is really cool. We have if Carly and Ezra were both to point to their left right now, that is where our mocap studio is. It's just right on the other side of that wall right there.
It's pretty cool.
But sorry, Carly, I cut you off. It sounded like you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna point that out. We used Brian's mocap room, and we just took a lot of footage for like the Puppet Master, and then we were able to transfer that on into the game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. So you two probably haven't been watching the stream, but this is like the 4th time I've brought up cameras. And so now everyone watching this is just going to think that I'm obsessed with game cameras, which whatever, fine. I was a camera supervisor on a game once. I'll be obsessed with them.
Yeah.
This looks like it's a spline-based camera.
Yeah, so one big design decision, as you've probably been able to tell, is that this camera in different areas are fixed, right?
Yeah.
Most games allow the player to move the camera around, but we wanted to go with a fixed camera because we thought it would be a more cinematic experience, It lets us set up certain particular shots the player can't miss, and it really helps,
Well, I noticed like when the Puppet Master, it cut up, right? And it was looking down, and then, or when he was shimmying through that first area, it was very kind of close on him. I think that's a really, really good... I'm not here to heap praises on people because you're all very capable game developers, but I think that's an absolutely fantastic idea because I think it can really make you show off the world exactly the way that you want to show off the world.
Yeah, I mean, it also lets us use fun words like mise-en-scène and make us sound pretty smart and official, right?
So what's next for No Strings Attached? I mean, this looks fantastic, obviously, and we have Joe in the other room playing the live gameplay footage. So
Yeah.
what's the main goal or the main goals over the next semester as you continue to work on this?
Yeah, so the next big step for us is obviously playtesting this level, but we also have another level planned as the big finale for the game, right? Pavel will be trying to escape the circus, of course. This level ends with kind of an uplifting note, but you're not quite done just yet. So it's creating that second level and polishing the absolute heck out of this game, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty much just, so we have this level, and then we're gonna make another level to kind of finish off the entire game, and it's kind of not only just working on that level, but making sure that things flow well. Now that once we have like that full kind of white box section, and then it's just like polishing stuff and making sure that things work to the best of their capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
I think that sounds fantastic. I really am excited to see the further adventures. I did want to know, is when Pablo does this, is that Joe freaking out because he missed a jump and so he's tossing the animal, or is that a preset animation that Pablo does?
No, I think we like to say that Pavel has a mind of his own sometimes, and he's a little dude, you know, and he's just trying to show off his little dance moves sometimes. But yeah,
feature, not a bug.
That is an absolute feature. That's Joe showing off the character of our character. I
think
guess
that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for sharing this awesome gameplay with us and talking all about it. Are there any kind of social channels or any itch pages or anything like that that people can follow No Strings Attached while the next semester is being developed?
Yeah, absolutely. We have an itch page up, so you actually can download the build that Joe's playing right now, and we'll be posting that link in the chat real soon. But yeah, keep an eye out. You know, this game's coming out in May 2024, and I don't know about you, Carly, but I am so excited to get people to play this thing.
Yeah, and we're actually we're getting our Steam page together, so make sure you follow our itch and get updated when we have that up, because we will be updating that when it's out.
Fantastic. So No Strings Attached, another one to write down.
Absolutely.
Thank you both for coming here.
Thanks, Adam.
We are going to take a very, very short break, and then we're going to meet back again with Michael Young, our division chair, to close out the first Utah Games Direct. We'll be right back.